Today, I am wanting to talk with you about Uddiyana banda as it relates to singing. So what do I mean? Uddiyana banda, what is that? Well, it's called a root lock in yoga, but we're not actually locking anything. So we're talking about sacral chakra area of the body, so low belly, just a little bit below the belly button. So that's the sacral area. And when it comes to singing technique, this area, engaging it in the right way is really important, and it's going to set us up to win so much in breath support. So you've probably heard other voice teachers talk about breathe from your abdomen or breathe from your diaphragm or, breath support. Appoggio is another word that's used often in vocal pedagogy practices. So Uddiyana banda is, I feel personally, a really, really effective way to approach this lower abdominal support. And this comes directly from the YogaVoice method. So I'm a certified teacher in that method, and I love weaving in different methods into my teaching style. So Uddiyana banda, maybe you yogis out there are familiar with that already because it's used often in yoga practices. So what we're referring to is this feeling of, and I'm just going to demonstrate it right here. So here's my lower belly. Here's my belly button, lower belly right here. And it's this feeling of just drawing in and up. So the energy begins to flow. It's like a lock, a sacral lock. And then the energy begins to flow up through the breathing apparatus, all the way up to the vocal folds, and then out. So really, we are singing with our whole body. Our whole body is resonating with sound, and accessing this deep sensation of Uddiyana banda is going to help us so much. It creates a lot of ease in our singing and in our speaking. It's all related. So how do we access Uddiyana banda for our voice practice? So it's not going to be like a muscly tensing sensation. We're not trying to actually just squeeze the abdominal muscles, because that is going to create a lot of unnecessary tension. That's just going to lead to what's called stacked breathing. And then all of a sudden, everything else here in our throat is going to be a little bit too locked up. So we actually do want to stay relaxed and engaged at the same time. Yes, we have muscular engagement, but it's coming from a deeper energetic place in our bodies. And what do I mean by an energetic place? Well, it's a lot more about mind-body connection. Visualization really helps. And also thinking about the energy quality of the sacral chakra. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. But tapping into those energetic qualities within this place in the body is what allows the physical body and our anatomy to respond in an aligned way. So rather than muscling through it, the energetic body begins to allow the alignment to occur. All right, so let's actually just practice it so that you can feel it, because I can talk all day, but this is really an experiential practice. So let's do it together. I'm going to guide you through a very simple practice for engaging Uddiyana banda as it relates to breath support. So let's begin with hands on the lower belly. So find your belly button, and then a couple inches below the belly button, about 2 inches, or just like maybe 2 fingers width, 2 or 3 fingers width. And right here, you'll find this is where your sacral chakra is said to be. So what are the qualities of sacral chakra? As it relates to singing and speaking, we're actually talking about registration in the voice. What is registration in the voice? Registration is transition from low voice to high voice and everywhere in between. It's the range in your voice. And we want to be able to navigate smoothly and seamlessly and easily through the different registers in our voices: chest voice, high voice, mixed registers. So sacral chakra, this place that we're finding in our bodies right here, is really what allows us to access that. Also, it's connected to the water element, which is connected to flow. And we want our voices to flow and be legato. So maybe you've heard that term from music, and that's a vocal pedagogy term from the Western scientific perspective of systematic vocal technique. So legato is this smooth, seamless line of sound. We want the resonance to be full and complete everywhere in a, let's say, a phrase of music. So legato, we can really access that by coming into our solar plexus, which we find with Uddiyana banda. Banda meaning the lock, the energy lock, moving the energy up. I hope all of this is making sense. I know this is kind of a lot of layers, but it's important to know what we're doing. What do we focus on and have awareness on when we're doing a voice practice? Because our mind is everything when it comes to our voice as well. So let's tune in, find your sacral chakra, and begin to hiss. Yes, I said it, hiss. So on an S sound, you're gonna go S, and you're gonna feel that S hissing sound starting from the low belly, like it's drawing in that sound and beginning the movement of air upward from there. Okay, you can also think of it about this like a bellows to a fire. So you're powering the fire, right, through the solar plexus and up. Okay, so try that a few times, just a few hiss sounds going s, 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 s. Okay, so notice, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better. Notice that my belly is actually, I'm over exaggerating the movement. It shouldn't feel like you're going, oh, like that, but it's an internal, deep, deep internal sensation of this gentle pulsing feeling. So try that out, just this deep internal feeling, ground through your feet, remember your root, and try it. S, s, s. Right, make sure to keep everything very relaxed in your throat when you're doing this too. We don't want to create the pattern of tension here with engagement in the low body, right? So everything's relaxed, and keep going. And now let's try a longer exhale out. So nice long exhale, ready, begin. Feel the movement of breath up, up, up. You can imagine it like shooting out through the crown as you're exhaling. Nice. And then when you release the belly, the breath comes back in. We're not fully releasing, like coming into complete lax, but you want to feel just this release of the ribs, maintaining this root and Uddiyana banda. Okay, so let's try that whole thing together. So ready, we inhale and then exhale, hiss. Hiss all your air out, hiss the exhale. It's just imagining that you could hiss all your air out. You're not technically doing that. Okay, so the belly is gently drawing in as you're exhaling. You're at the bottom of your breath. And then maintain this and expand, release through the ribs. And there you go. Your lungs are filled with breath, and you can come right back into exhaling again using Uddiyana Bandha. So you should feel nice and broad through the ribs, really strong through the chest, and this low body supporting you. Final step of this is to put voice to it. So try it out, sing a phrase, and maybe you can start the hiss on an S sound and then open up to an ah and do a nice slide, because since we are working with sacral chakra, there's a sliding quality that we're connecting to in our voices. Just a little parentheses here, our voices have so many different qualities that we can connect into, and each chakra is going to help us find those qualities, kind of like paints on a canvas. So enjoy the sliding quality of the voice. Let's do it all together. I'll just demo and you can do it with me. So we inhale, we exhale, engage Uddiyana Bandha, hiss the air, and then open up to a sound. Sa, all the way out to the end of the exhale, and then release the ribs, allow the breath to come in, and then you can go again. Sa. Try a few more, try some higher in your range, all the while maintaining this. I'm going to give you one final step, which I find really, really fun. And this also comes from the YogaVoice method. So that is to howl. So we want to do slides from low range this time up to the high range and all the way back down. So try it out. We're going to do the S sound and then go O on the O vowel, because that's connected to sacral chakra. That's a whole different topic as to why vowels are connected to particular chakras, but they just are. So trust me on that. And we are going to go again. So last exercise here for today. We're going to go like this. I'll demo and then you join me. Ready? So, right? It's really fun. And I'm really letting the voice come out. And every single spiral, you can think of it like a spiral or a pulse, this quality. I can imagine that it's moving up through my central core, all the way out through the crown. And each one of those pulses is generated from Uddiyana banda. And when doing that, you're going to notice this sliding sensation all the way up to the top of your range. This is very important because we're teaching our body how to do legato, and we're teaching our body how to open up range in the voice. Make sure to keep this all shape in the jaw. We don't want to go, oh, right? We don't need the jaw to make the sound. It's all coming from here. So let's do it all together. Ready? Low to high in your range, and really just go for it. Pretend like you're howling it out. So, and release and just breathe. Oh, maybe it was a little silly to do that. Maybe it felt kind of funny, but that's also a part of sacral chakra, is opening up to playfulness and joy and creativity and flow. And really this practice is about experimenting with what your voice is capable of doing. So it's not about doing the same conditioned sounds that you're used to doing. It's about teaching your body a new reference point for how to generate healthy, free, open sound. And then once your body feels that new alignment, then we apply it into our singing practice, a song. If you're preparing a speech on stage, you can do that. It is so helpful to have this deep, deep connection in the body. So I hope that this video is helpful for you. I'm seeing some fun comments in the chat. I'm glad that you're enjoying the practice. It's always good to review, right? So if you've already done this practice with me, keep practicing, because the body needs to continuously tap into these tools so that we can maintain this level of alignment, so that when you are singing in front of other people, or when you are speaking in front of people and your body gets a little nervous, or you're in the moment, your body knows this stuff and knows how to respond right then and there, and your voice is there for you. So it's practice. There's no way around practice, but the good part is that the practice is a lot of fun. So enjoy. Have fun singing. Let me know how this practice goes for you. If you're noticing any new sounds in your voice, that's always really fun for me to hear, of people discovering these new qualities that they didn't even know, or maybe a whole new range opening up for them in their high register. So there's a lot available. And yeah, reach out with any questions in the meantime. I'll be coming in here with more videos soon. And lots of love to you. Bye-bye.